If you don't want to buy healthcare insurance via United, don't do it, or don't work for a company that does do it.
This has got to be the dumbest thing that Ben Shapiro has ever said. And there are a lot of dumb things that Ben Shapiro has said. When I made a video a couple of days ago about how Ben Shapiro got destroyed by his own audience, many people in the comment section of my own video were saying that I was wrong about Ben Shapiro, that he's a very smart person, he has great debating skills. And then I showed the video of his interaction with Andrew Neil and how he just melted as a snowflake. Some of you said that, well, that video is over a decade old and Ben Shapiro has evolved and has grown since then, that I cannot find another example of him making bad arguments. So I've decided that for the rest of the month of December, I'm going to be covering content showing Ben Shapiro making bad arguments.
Why is he the one who enables it? Really, why is he the one who enables it? I wasn't aware that Brian Thompson was a public policy professional working in an arena in which consent was not actually the keystone. Meaning, if you don't want to buy healthcare insurance via United, don't do it, or don't work for a company that does do it.
How many persons have the luxury of simply just changing their health insurance by changing their jobs, knowing that most of this thing is provided by your employer? Now, the fact that Ben Shapiro is so divorced from reality that he doesn't understand where people's anger is coming from. He doesn't understand that this isn't necessarily about Brian Thompson. This is about a system that this man represents. He is basically an avatar for a system that has been exploiting people, a healthcare system that has been exploiting people, of which there is a lot of anger, of which there is a lot of resentment. And this guy took out this anger and this resentment at a figure he thinks represents the health insurance system. That Ben Shapiro is unable to see this, and he just makes a very reductionist argument as though people are holding Brian Thompson singularly responsible. When there are systemic issues, it isn't necessarily about one person. There are a lot of layers, there are a lot of things that are going on there, but there are identifiable faces of whatever is happening. There are identifiable faces of any system that is exploiting people. And this man obviously is one of the faces of the organization that is exploiting people. It was never a good thing for him to be targeted, but that anger is there. Now, instead of Ben Shapiro and his ilks to take a lesson and try to reflect and say, what is going on here? Why is there so much anger? They'd rather put their hand in the sand and believe that there is no problem.
I'm never going to condone violence. I don't here. What I see happening is a real visceral anger, that the outrage at Brian Thompson's death isn't matched by the anger over the thousands of people who die, often anonymous deaths, every single day in this country at the hands of a healthcare industry that mostly doesn't give a shit about people and only cares about profits. Ordinary people in this country are not indifferent to the loss of life, but these companies are.
There are a whole lot of other people who don't really care, or some of them are even gleeful that something like this happens. You've got to ask yourself, if normal, everyday people are cheering for something like this, what the hell is happening? Maybe this is a time for you to be reflective rather than telling someone that, you know what, if you don't like your health insurance, you can just change. You can just change it. That speaks to the sort of privilege that he has. How many persons have the luxury of simply just changing their health insurance by changing their jobs, knowing that most of this thing is provided by your employer? How many people have the luxury to say, you know what, I have a medical emergency and my health insurance with my current company is not going to cover it. So what do I need to do at that point in time? Get another job while I'm having a medical emergency. Get another job and then get another health insurance. Yeah. How many people have that luxury? What the hell is wrong with this guy? Did he even think about what he just said? That has got to be the stupidest thing anybody has ever said. To think that it's just easy for you to change your job, change your health insurance, and get better coverage. Knowing full well that most of these health insurance, they do the same thing. There's nothing different in what they're doing anyway. So if you move to another one, you're still going to find yourself in the same situation. This is a situation where even the private market, the free market itself, is not able to solve a problem, because somehow all these guys, they've ganged up to say, this is how we're going to run the system. It's supposed to be about choice. It's supposed to be about saying, if I'm not getting a very good service from this healthcare provider, I can move to another one. But that's not the case. They all have similar standards of operation. So even if you're moving from one to another, you're still going to find the same thing. You're still going to get similar services. So where are you going to? So this just highlights the total disconnect that people like Ben Shapiro have from reality, from the realities of everyday life. They are so privileged that they can make these decisions, they can make these choices, they can change their health insurance. I mean, Ben Shapiro is literally working for himself, so he can change that at a whim. But how many people on a day-to-day basis are able to do that? How many people are able to do that? How many people are able to make that move? How many people are able to change their job at a whim? So that's the video of Ben Shapiro making a very bad argument, and I still have a lot to come.